Okay, this is a very quick video on how to deal with non-numeric variables if you're trying to do something like regression. So here you can see that city is a non-numeric variable, and there are two possible values for this variable. Here, country is also non-numeric. There are three possible values here. If you have a non-numeric variable with three possible values, then you need to create two new variables. If you have one with two possible values, then you need to create one new variable. If you had something with 10 possible values, you'd need to create 9. In general, if you have n possible values, you need to create n minus 1 new variables. So let's see that. We call these variables dummy variables or indicator variables. So I'll use variables like with names like, for example, D1 and D2, and that's going to be for the city categorical variable. So the way you do this, no, sorry, I misspoke. Since there's only two categories for city, we only need one variable, and it's very simple. D1 is 1 if the city is Beppu, and 0 if the city is Oita, or you could have it reversed. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. So here, instead of Beppu and Oita, we would have, what did I say, 1 if it was Beppu, and 0 if it was Oita. 1 and 1, and then after you've coded that, you delete this variable. But of course you have to remember what D1 stands for. Okay, now let's do how we handle country. Now we have to define two new variables because there are three possible values here. So it's 3 minus 1 is 2. So I'll call them D2 and D3. Okay, so what do we do for D2 and D3? Let D2 be 1 if the country is Thailand, and 0 otherwise. Let D3 be 1 if Korea, and 0 otherwise. And how do we indicate Japan? D2 and D3 are both 0. So let's see what I mean by that. So I'll do, what did I say? Thailand. So the first one is Thailand. So we said that D2 should be 1. And we said that D3 is 1 if Korea, so this is not Korea, so otherwise it should be 0, so we put 0 here. And then here, this one is Korea. D2 is 1 if it's Thailand, but this is not Thailand, it's Korea, so this is 0, and this is 1, because it is Korea. And Japan, we said, how do we indicate Japan? 0 and 0, because 0, it's not, D2 was if it's Thailand, put a 1, but it's not. And D3 was if it's Korea, put a 1, but it's not, so it's 0, 0. So this is how we indicate the last of the values. And then Korea was, what was that? 0 and 1. And this is how you would code this one. And then once you've coded it, you delete this column. Of course, again, you have to remember the meaning for D2 and D3. And then you have this data, and all of the data is numeric, and you can handle it as you wish.